So what words do you use when you're looking for, what can I do now that I'm retired? So the language that you use when you search for anything online is exactly the same as what all the other users use. Now that's what Google's paying attention to. Yeah, so don't worry about keyword stuffing. Be natural.
That is an excellent, excellent picture.
Obviously, use synonyms. Yeah. The word grandkids is something I've tossed around because I don't think my target market used the grandkids words. I could be wrong, but I use it anyway. Like you say, Dan, I'll thread it somewhere through the article. I think it's mainly the younger generation that use that, but like I said, I could be wrong. And look, it's trial and error. The other thing you really need to do is have Google Analytics set up on your website so you can check, and it will tell you which is the most popular blog post. So that's again coming back to this sort of notion with your book. But yeah, so I'll just read the chat box there.
Thank you both for your illustration and input on that. It clarified a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you.
especially with SEO. I have no idea what keywords to use because no one teaches you that. You're just like, I think I'll stuff a bunch of things, and does that really work?
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And look, you can spend a lot of time on Google AdWords until you've gone a bit crazy in the head and you come around in circles. I don't bother. I don't really.
And then you're broke. Honestly, my friend showed me you can use Craigslist, Bing ads. There's other ways than Google and Facebook ads because, in my opinion, they can really kill your wallet, and they don't mind.
No, yeah, they love it. Yeah, exactly. So we're jumping from blog posts to ebooks, but that's okay because, again, there's a big link there. This slide we're looking at the moment is about journaling and unblocking techniques. I've never suffered from writer's block because I do these. I don't really need to do these things because I could talk the paint off the walls. But while you're writing, particularly for a longer book, you're talking in the tens of thousands, it's really hard work. So these are the things that I know work really well. And you might have some other great ideas, but keep a journal or a notebook beside your desk, or you can, if you prefer to type, you can obviously whip out just a blank Word document. Write what you can see out the window. Write about what you did yesterday. Make a list of the jobs you need to do. Perhaps look at the things you need to facing. I've developed a course on journaling, and I'm always surprised at how powerful journaling is as a mental health wellbeing technique. But it also really works to help you unblock your writing because you'll often find your subconscious is ticking away, worrying about the fact that the fence needs painting or the dogs need to go for a walk, and you're trying to unlock on something here. So you may actually just have to get up and do those things, but in the end, using a journal will actually get any issues you have that come right out of your mind, stick them on the paper, put them to one side, get on with writing your book. Again, having the title sitting next to your book, I found is really, really, really useful. And just keep writing. Don't second guess or doubt yourself. Now, I've never written a non-fiction book before. Well, not a really serious one. I wrote a silly one about dog jokes, which was called The Worst Dog Jokes in the World. But I found I'd be writing away, and I knew I had a huge 50,000 word target. So an idea would come into my head. I would write a sentence. I sort of wait 1, 2, 3 seconds, couldn't think of anything, add to that, hit return twice, kept going. And what I did is I got to 39,000 words, and I finished just about what I wanted to say and how I'd formatted the book. And I went back to the beginning and I started going through it, and I started asking myself why, how, when, where, those sorts of exploring words that we teach kids to use when we're trying to take a 2-3 word sentence and make it a longer story. And yeah, I use that, and like I said, I think I'm up to 46 or 47,000 now, and I haven't finished going through that process. So don't worry if you can't think of any other ideas. Just keep moving ahead, and going through that rewriting process and adding more information on. So yeah, does anyone else have any journaling or unblocking techniques that they use when they're writing? You're all such good writers. That's good.
No, I try and I'll meditate a little bit before. I'll just have some tea or something and not think so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some people play music. Some people have to, I would have my phone turned down, or I have the sound off because I found it beeps and flashes at me and it just drives me a bit because but I would pace this. So there's days when I could write 10,000 words, and other days where I can't. So, and being able to adjust to that as well. But just keep going. Yeah, just keep writing. Yeah, do whatever it takes and get it finished. But again, enjoy the journey. So I want to talk about publishing platforms. Is that okay, Karim? Are you happy for me to go on?
Yeah, finish up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Sorry. Caught you, I just want to I'll talk separately about print books and ebooks. There is a crossover, of course. Now, developing a print book, do your homework and research your platform. Like I said, I've been in this business. It's a relatively very long time. For 7 years is a long time for publishing, because most people try it and give up. Now, I'm a great fan of CreateSpace. They are an Amazon company, but it's free to join. They offer you free templates that you can just download in Word and create and start writing straight away. And you can purchase your book cost. So every book that I create, every print book I create, the only cost that comes to me at the end is the cost for my what's called a proof copy, which is the copy at the end where I actually physically look through to see, and before it goes to, I can approve it for publishing. But they also offer a variety of paid services like formatting your book cover. I think they do editing and proofreading as well. However, ask me first. Don't spend any money, because there's probably an easier, quicker way we can do this for you. You can only publish paperbacks on CreateSpace. I have a friend who's passionate about hardcover books. I've no reason why. They're very heavy. They're extremely expensive. Sorry, heavy has got to do with postage, and people who are buying them will be charged more postage, so adding to the overall cost of the book. There also can be a bit awkward. I understand how important they can be for children's books, but I don't think they're worth the actual cost. There are what's called publishing size formats. There are lots and lots of them. If you need to use a different size that doesn't fit into any of those, I think you've lost the plot somewhere. These books are, they're created from what people like to use and how they like to hold. And children's books designed, the weight of them is actually designed for small hands to hold, for example. And if you've got a how-to book, if you've got a book like my grandparenting book that you want people to be able to read, my grandparenting book will actually have parts in it that people can write in it and start developing their own philosophy for grandparenting. So that has to be accessible and easy to do. Now, when I used to publish books that were 7 by 10 inches, so they're nearly an A4 page, and they were fully coloured, illustrated. And I wanted to make pocket versions of my books, my Astro's Adventures children's books. So I went to my library and I went to the section that covers middle grade early readers book, and I just opened them and I counted the amount of words on each line and each page. And it's roughly 10 by 15 to 20. And that's how I formatted my book, and that's how I chose the size of my book, because When I went to the pocket versions, I think it's 8 inches by 5 inches is the most popular size for middle grade books. So I'm not going to argue with what the major publishers are doing. They know this. When you're looking at the size, just have a look at that. Now, avoid vanity publishers. And I have been gobsmacked. Is that a word you use in the US? I'm not sure.
I haven't heard.
Jaw dropping the amount of stories.